Thing here that hurricanes used to be given only female names because back in the day they decided it was appropriate because of their unpredictability. Like, that was straight up what they said. Like, that's not me adding judgment. That is them saying they were naming them after females because of their unpredictability. In the 70s, they ended that practice because they decided, maybe it's slightly sexist. You think? So, even though they started arbitrarily alternating, male-female naming system was adopted. And so even though the gender of the hurricanes is now completely arbitrary, the question is, do people judge hurricane risks in the context of gender-based expectations? And is it right? Is it valid? The question we're going to ask today is, are female-named hurricanes more deadly than male-named hurricanes? And we're going to look at some data, and we're going to see. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this as kind of like a little baby project, because since the assessment for this chapter is a project, I want us to kind of get used to working projects, practice using a rubric as kind of a guide to make sure that we're using things correctly so we can kind of see how that is before we get to the big one. All right? So that's where this is coming from. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if there is statistical evidence that female-named hurricanes are more deadly than male hurricanes. You're going to each work on your own. You have to have your own evidence. You guys can talk to each other. You have the same data sets, that kind of stuff, but you need to have your own evidence, your own our own little presentation screen. So we're going to use the tools we've talked about. We're going to use the software we've learned about. If you want to do it onto a piece of paper, I can get you paper, but honestly, you can submit it in CodeApp and everything's right there and easy to see. So I'm going to show you how to get to our data today. And that is here, this one, come in, there we go. So in the Canvas page, there we go. If you go to the module, so let's go home. If you click on Unit 8, we're going to scroll down to today. Today is the 20th. Right here, I'm going to open it in a new tab just so I can come back to this page in a second. This is the page. Of course, there's a meme relevant about hurricanes. And right here is our data set. This is a link to the full article if you really care about this article that they wrote where they talk about how female names are more deadly. But here's our data. And it has questions over here. And what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to use whatever tools you need to form your opinion with data that backs it up, whatever that may be. There's not a right answer here. I just need you to have data to back it up. So you're going to write your data. You're going to tell me why. You're going to tell me what makes you think that. You can put things in text boxes. If you want to type in this box, you can. If you'd like your own little text box, you can click here for a text box to add in. You can add in a graph. You can add in a couple of graphs. You can do all kinds of things. And there's different color coding options. Hi. Yeah, give me just 1 second to get this introduced and I'll send you back. Okay, so you're going to work on that. While you guys work on that, I'm going to pass out the rubric so you can see how I'm going to grade it. Okay? Our submissions are going to be sent in. If you go back to the module, right here, it has hurricane submission. And that's an assignment where it's seriously just like a text box. Oh, I'm in the teacher view, so it's going to look different. It should take you right into this page where you're going to get a text box. And you can put in a link. To share your information with me from CodeApp, I'm going to show you this. This is important. Click on the 3 lines right here. And you're going to click on Share. It's going to get you a link to a shared view. Whenever you do this and enable the sharing, it's going to give you a link, and it takes what is basically a screenshot of your data right when you click that link. And so whatever's on your page, when you click that enable sharing, that's what's being submitted to me. So you're taking what's basically a screenshot. That's the link you're going to send me in that hurricane thing, the hurricane assignment. Okay, and as we get close to that, if you get stuck on stuff like that, let me know. I can help you through it. The data for this is also in your book. So if you, for some reason, can't stand CODAP, you want to do it by hand, the data's right here. It's in your book. It's on page 83. This is all the data. This is the data that's in that table right there. It's all the same stuff. Okay, so you have the whole period to work on it. I'm going to pass out your rubrics here in just a second. The questions are over there on the right. I know they're really small up here, but they're on your screen. They should be at least a somewhat normal size. And I'll also put this up. I want evidence. Have information to back it up. Don't just be like females because I said so. Don't just give me a graph. Graphs are great, but they don't tell me anything. Give me the words, describe what you think. Okay? Work on that. You guys have the whole day to work on this. If we need more time, we can have a discussion at the end, but I think we should be all right.